In this tutorial, we will be doing a very simple activity based on Django. It will greet the user based upon the time. So if it is morning, it will say good morning, and if it is evening, it will say good evening. Okay. So let us create our very first simple Django project. This is the folder where I want to create my project. So I will open this with the help of the VS Code editor. If you don't know how to create the project, kindly go through my previous tutorial to understand everything in depth. Okay? The first thing that you should do in Django is create a virtual environment. For that, you should have a virtual wrapper. If you don't have, install the virtual wrapper with the help of the command pip install virtual env. Next thing is what? You create a virtual environment. If you already have a virtual environment, just activate that virtual environment and you can start working with the same virtual environment. Okay? Now, virtual environment can be anywhere in your system. It need not be in the same directory. If you have a doubt on virtual environment, kindly go through my previous tutorial. So now the virtual environment has been created. I will activate the virtual environment. Now in this virtual environment, you will install Django. Create a project with the help of the command Django. Name of the project. Suppose I give the name of the project as greet. Okay. Now let us create the application. Whatever name of the app you want, you can give it. Let me give us app 1. So you can see app 1 has been created. So go inside your project in the settings.py file. Let us include our application because we have to tell the Django that I've created an application and that application is a part of this project. So you will come over here and you will write the name, whatever name you have given. Next thing is what? You will create a URL. I am going to create within the project itself. So suppose on the home page, I want to create a function named greet because it is going to greet. Whatever name you want, you can give it. It is optional. Now, this view is imported from where? It is from, you will import from app 1. So, from app 1, import views, and from this views, which function will be called greet. So now, since I have created a function, I am calling a function. I will have to create a function. So go within your application, open the views.py file and create that function. Whatever name you have given over there, same name you have to give. It will accept an object request. Then you will return vendor. Whatever object you have given there, same you will write over here. And you will show the output in an HTML file. Okay. The name of the HTML file need not be same as that of the function. But normally we give it same so that we can understand which HTML file is related to which function. Okay. So now let me create this HTML file. So to create the HTML file, we need a templates folder. You can have it within the application or outside the project. Let me have it within the application so I don't have to do any changes in the settings.py file. Let me create a file. Greet.html. You can create the folders and files from here, or you can go inside your project and from here you can create the folders as well, templates. Okay. Let me give this name as greet item. Let me just write one heading to check if it is working properly or not. Let us run the server and check. You should run this command from the path where you have a manage.py file. I have a manage.py file in this folder, in this directory, and I'm in the same directory, okay? Now let me run the server. So see, it is working properly. Now let us write the logic to greet the user. So where do we write the logic? All the logics are written inside the views.py file. So now what we have to do, we have to greet the user based upon the timing. The first thing is what? We will have to fetch today's date and time from the system with the help of the Python module date time. So from date time, we will import date time. Okay. Let us save it in any variable name date or the object, and with the help of date time, we will fetch the timing. So this will give us today's date and time. If you want to see, you can print date. Just go to the server and run the server once. It has printed today's date and timing as well. So now we have the date and time. Now we have to write the logic where we are going to greet based upon the date and time. So what we can do, we can use a if-else loop. So first of all, I don't want to print this, so I will remove this code. And then what message you want to print, I will store it in the variable message. Hello, guest or the user. Very good. And then based upon the timing, you want to, let me write this in the lowercase. So now based upon the timing, you want to add over here morning, evening, afternoon. Okay. So let me write the logic for that. What you have fetched, you have got today's date as well as time. But what we want to do based upon the timing, we want to greet morning, afternoon and evening. So what we are interested in only timing. And from the timing also there is hours, minute and seconds. What we are interested in? We are interested only in hours. Okay. So let us fetch the hours from this particular date. So how we can fetch? Since I'm going to fetch the hour, let me store it in the variable h. Whatever name you want, you can give it. Then this variable name date string f time will help me fetch the hours. So from this particular object, with the help of this function, I can fetch only the hours, and whatever hour I'm going to get, it will be in the string. So since I want to apply the logic over here, okay, of less than greater than, I will have to convert this into an integer. Okay. So this date, what I'm doing, I'm only fetching the hours from this particular date with the help of this function, and that hour will be in the form of a string. That is why I'm converting it into an integer. Now since I have the hours with me, what I will do, I will apply the logic. If h is less than 12, means it is morning. So now on this message, you want to attach what? Morning, evening and good afternoon. So on the same message, which is in the form of a string, I'm going to add what? The message. If it is less than 12, I will say good morning. Else if h is what? Less than 16, I will attach to the message afternoon. Else we will directly say, we will attach to the message evening. So this is nothing but a Python code only we are writing. Okay. Message plus equal to meaning, it is equal to message equal to message plus afternoon. Okay. Means whatever is your message, it will add afternoon to that particular message. So what is my message? Hello guest, very good. And it will add afternoon if the timing is less than 16. Else it will add morning. Else it will add evening. Okay. So this is similar to this one. So now let us see if it is working or not. So now this message, I want to display it on what? The grid.html file. So I will have to do what? I will have to pass this message as well. How do we pass any data in your HTML? We have to pass it in the form of a dictionary. Yes, let us pass. So I will create a dictionary over here. Whatever name you want, you can give it. This is a key and the value that I'm going to pass is my message. Okay. So this will be in double quotes. And this message, I'm going to pass it over here. So in the grid.html, let us access that particular message. How do we access? With the help of double curly braces. Yes. Let me write in double curly braces. What is the value I want to access? So we write down the key. What is the key? Data. So I will come over here and I will write key. With the help of key, we can access the value. And suppose I want to show current date and time as well. So current date and time. So I will have to pass the current date and time as well. Na? I want to show it. So I will come in the views. Where do we fetch current date and time? Within the object data, date. Okay, so let me pass that as well. So let me create one more key, which is going to pass the date. And the value is what? Date. So I will write date over here. Okay. So if I want to access this value, I will access with the help of the key. So let me come over here and how do we access in Django? With the help of double curly braces. Okay. This is going to print the value. Always give the space over here. Okay. So now let us see if it is working or not. Now it will be saved. Now let us go and run the server. The hello guest, very good afternoon. Current date and time is what? Today's date it is displaying and timing. Since it is after 12 p.m., it is messaging you. It is displaying good afternoon. So I hope this is clear how I have created the project. And this is a very simple project that you can create with the help of the Django. Let me quickly revise what I have done. First, you should have the virtual wrapper within your system. Next, create a virtual environment. Activate the virtual environment. Install Django in that virtual environment. Create your project. Then run the server and check if everything is proper or not. Then create your application and then add that application within your project in the settings.py file. Then create a URL on the home page. I'm going to call this function. So you will create this function within your application. You will go in the views.py file and you will create a function. This function, whatever logic that you want to write, we write in the views.py file. So first thing is what? Fetch today's date and time with the help of this Python module date time. Then after you have that date and time, whatever message you want, you are going to write that particular message. And from this date and time, since I'm going to get the entire string, I'm only interested in hours. So that is why from this particular variable, I will fetch hours with the help of this function. After you have hours, it will be in the form of a string. That is why I'm converting into an integer. So I can work with the conditional operators. Okay. So if the hour is less than 12, I will say good morning. So whatever message is there, it will get appended to that particular message. And if it is less than 16, it will append afternoon to this message. And if it is evening, it will append evening over here. Then I am calling this, I am rendering an HTML file named greet.html. And in that file, I want to pass some data. We pass the data with the help of dictionary. The first data that I'm passing is this message. I want to pass the message and the key, whatever name of the key you want, you can write. The second key value pair is nothing but date. I'm passing this date. Again, whatever name of the key you want, you can give it. Then in your HTML file, you are accessing the data. To access, we use the curly braces and the key. If you will write the key, it will access the value of that particular key. So value is what? Message. So you will get the message over here, hello, and whatever you have written. Now you want to display date and time. You have written the key, means it will fetch the value. What is the value? Date and time that you have printed. Okay. So you will get the output like this way. I hope you have enjoyed this activity. If you are looking forward for more project on Django, I will be coming with many more projects. So kindly like and subscribe my channel, as it will help me to create many more videos and the projects on Django. Thank you. Bye bye.